Titans and super carriers. Another thing I will never fly again in my life. I mean, I will never fly a Titan. Why are they buffing Titans? CCP, can I have a Titan, please? I want to use the Doomsday at least once in my life. I just want to hit F1 on a Doomsday. Can I do this? Hi YouTube, Bushido here. Welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about EVE Online's newest expansion, Legion. Legion is landing tomorrow. It's going to be officially launched on the 27th of May. So today I wanted to take a couple minutes and just go through the patch notes together with you on YouTube so that we can talk about the highlights. If you're new to my channel, and if you haven't seen any videos before, make sure you check out my channel because I do have tons of guides about Abyssal Dead Space, Wormhole Live, just general tips and tricks about EVE Online. Make sure you check out these. Maybe you'll learn something new. With that being said, let's pull back for a second and talk about the newest expansion, Legion. I'm really excited about Legion because Legion is going to bring tons of new updates, quality of life improvements, and just good stuff. Right, so we're going to be talking about the patch notes. I have them here on the side, and let's just take a look at what CCP is cooking, or actually has cooked for the past few months, because this is already a expansion that is being launched tomorrow. And let's see what are the highlights. All right, the first thing that has been, I believe, announced at FanFest, and that I was actually really excited about, and this is freelance jobs. I think that freelance jobs is definitely something that is going to bring so much more opportunities for making opportunities for a lot of players, especially the people that are nomads and that are not bound to certain corporations. You're just roaming a region in nullsec or in highsec, and you notice some, freelance opportunities that you could accept for like something like kill certain players in that region, or mine some Veldspar or some ore and stuff. There will be a lot of customization available with these freelance jobs. For instance, corporations will be able to set who will be able to accept these freelance jobs. And for instance, I will definitely, as a corp CEO, will definitely incentivize freelance jobs for newer players. Like if you're into mining, I'll make some jobs for you to go and grab some materials for me that is not accessible for my corporation, for instance, and it's gonna be a win-win. So, like, corporation will have the freedom to adjust the jobs that are gonna be available. I do believe that with that, a certain amount of scammers will be around there as well. So you gotta be careful with these freelance jobs. One thing to note here: how these freelance jobs are gonna be available and where you can find them. Well, you will be able to find them through the air opportunities and through the corporation show info window. These are going to be the two options that you have for, finding these opportunities. You have to keep in mind that, in order to see certain jobs, you need to be within 5 jumps of the enlisted freelance jobs. So keep that in mind. You won't be able to see all the jobs in entire New Eden, only what is around you. So this is going to be really important to remember. You can have up to 3 freelance jobs active at the same time, but you can resign from them at any time and accept new ones. So this is an important part. Like, remember, you cannot just immediately accept all of them in the region. You're going to be limited in the beginning to only 3 freelance jobs. After accepting a job and contributing to it, you earn ISK rewards assigned by the job creator automatically, so you don't have to wait anything, which is awesome. Earned rewards need to be claimed from the rewards tab in opportunities or from each job details view. So you will have to manually go there to the window and just click claim the ISK reward that has been promised, right? Here is a little bit more information about creating and managing freelance jobs. Job creation interface similar to existing corporation projects. That's why I said projects, 2.0. It's very similar to that. It's just going to be, you're going to be able to do that for everybody else. Project manager role required for job creation. Corporations can have up to 100, ladies and gentlemen, 100 freelance jobs. And that's awesome, right? So for your job to be visible in the opportunity window, you have to set the job broadcast location to one of the corp's offices. The job will be broadcasted within 5 jumps of your office. All right. So this is an important part. You cannot, as a corporation, enlist any jobs that is like more than five jumps away from where your actual office is. Which makes me think right now that I was thinking immediately, oh my god, I'm gonna make a bunch of Veldspar contracts for new bros for me to so that they can mine me the Veldspar that I don't have access to in wormhole space. But then that means that we need to set up an office in a high sec, and then I will be able to, set up jobs. I mean, we don't have one currently, so that's why we need to set this up as a corporation. That's why, the patch notes are good to know. Each job can have up to 20 broadcast locations. Issuing a new job has a cost of 100,000 ISK per job. That's nothing. That's pennies. Broadcast a new job has a cost of 150,000 ISK per day per broadcast location. Okay, well this can definitely add up if you have 100 jobs, and if this is what are you being charged per day, this can actually add up if you think about it, right? With that being said, more stuff about corporations, right? Corporation palette. I'm actually excited about this one. This is going to add a little bit of juice to the corporation, how they're going to look like. We will have banners and stuff. I can't wait to actually, pimp out how cool our corporation brand is going to look like. This is pretty cool, but nothing too super exciting, right? I wish actually that CCP would have given us a little bit of freedom to upload like custom logos to your corporation. That would be actually a cool addition. I think this is going to be huge because this is going to be something that, other third-party softwares and websites like .lan and, other softwares have been, providing. And that is this additional type of layout and, how you can actually see how the systems are linked, what is the activity. One of the biggest problems about Eve is, trying to understand trying to understand the map in general, right? The current map, the way it is, it's pretty difficult to understand what's going on because it's like you have to know how to set it up so that you can see all the necessary information. All the filters are over here on the top. It will take you a little bit of time to set up and, to see and look what exactly you're looking for. Ships destroyed, or in the last hour, in the last 24 hours. Like, you have to play around with the map if you're like a roaming PvP player that is interested in exploring more stuff, right? I believe the map changes are going to be huge. And I really can't wait to see how this is going to look like. It seems to be really interesting, and hopefully this is going to be something really, really good. Now, filters, I'm not going to go into the details. They teased that at FanFest. There's also a screenshot of how this might look like. So I believe they did announce that like most of the map changes are going to come later, but they might actually release some kind of a UI upgrade already. Hopefully we will be able to see that tomorrow. But I remember they did tease something that was looking like kind of like .lan, and you will be able to see like the constellations and the systems and everything in there. Hopefully this will be available immediately tomorrow. Asaf and Equinox expanded updates related to nullsec. So upgrades that you can install in Soft Hub are no longer limited to the maximum potential power in the solar system. This means that you could, for example, have all 7 mineral types upgrades installed now and swap between them through the reprioritizing or offlining, onlining them, rather than needing to destroy them to install new ones. I think that's like a huge upgrade for those that are using this system. This is awesome for you guys. It's going to save you, some materials and money. New exploration upgrades. We're introducing a new soft upgrade that can generate undetected relic and data signatures. Now, this is awesome. I don't know how often and how much people will actually be using this. But basically, they're introducing these type of installments that you can install into your soft hubs. Okay, the exploration detector 1, 2, and 3. These 3 tiers of exploration upgrades will have combination of data and relic sites and will be available from the Angel Cartel, Blood Raiders, Garista Pirates, Sunshine Nation, Serpentis, and Rogue Drone faction. These exploration upgrades have a guaranteed chance to spawn several exploration sites between 0 and 5 jumps from the solar system where the upgrades were installed. That's awesome. I don't know if this will be actually be stackable. I have no idea if you can install multiple in different systems and them overlapping with each other. Maybe. Exploration sites spawned from the soft upgrades all have a small chance to escalate to a brand new data and relic escalation with the potential for high rewards. Interesting to see what are these. Exclusive rewards from the data escalations include blueprint copies for the powerful new Xaraseer Starline modules for micro jump drives, reactive armor hardeners, and auxiliary shield boosters and armor repairs, the new hacking focused wedge implant set, and the tripod scan acquisition array. The higher tier upgrades have an increased number of sites and faster respawn times. Resource generation upgrades. I think these are a little bit more exciting, probably. We are introducing 2 new soft upgrades that can generate colony resources by utilizing other colony resources. Okay. Workforce mecha tooling upgrade available in 3 tiers, which costs power and generates workforce. Power monitoring division upgrades available in 3 tiers, which costs workforce and generates power. Upgrades are mutually exclusive, and it's not possible to have both workforce and power upgrades installed at the same time. Again, this is some nullsec, I believe, stuff. System effect generator upgrades. Now, this is a little bit interesting. Interesting because I'm actually curious to see how this is going to be used in nullsec space. We're introducing a new type of upgrade with Legion, which players can install in soft hubs to provide a set of bonuses to all ships in the solar system. The upgrades have a very low daily upkeep, but are very high onlining costs. Okay, we need to read that one more time. The upgrades have a very low daily upkeep, but a very high onlining cost to discourage swapping them. Okay, I get that. So they're discouraging to swapping them out, so it's once toggled on, probably is gonna stay up on. Right now, the cool thing about these is they're basically mimicking the abyssal dead space mechanic of the weathers, and they're gonna give these to certain systems and these can be installed. And this is what they're saying over here. For instance, the electric stability generator. This generator produces a system-wide effect of similar to those encountered in electrical environments within abyssal dead space. Within abyssal dead space, so basically the electrical is mimicking the electrical bonuses, which is going to give you like 25% bonus to capacitor recharge rate, 25% targeting range, and directional scanner range. By the way, I calculated this, 25% on the 14.3. This is supposed to get you to 17.8, I believe. Something like this. Is going to be your D-scan range in an electrical generated system. And then we have the exotic one, which is going to give you 25% scanner resolution and +2 AU warp speed. Then we have the gamma. The gamma is going to give you shield HP, shield booster effectiveness, and 10% capacitor capacity. And what do we have here? The next one is the plasma. I was thinking for a second, okay, hold on. What is actually the plasma weather in abyssals? And then this is actually the firestorm effect, which is the 5% armor HP, 5% armor repair effectiveness, and 10% bonus to the benefits of overheating modules, which is pretty cool. Interesting to see. I'm curious to see what people are actually going to be using. Here are the upgrades that are going to be used. And the fuel type, unless they change something last minute, the fuel type everywhere, as far as I can tell, is magmatic gas, which is, I believe, the resource you get from the skyhooks. All right, skyhook cost of conquests. Upon destroying a soft hub and conquering a system in nullsec, players now have the choice to pay ISK to convert skyhooks within their newly acquired system for the first hour after claiming Sov. Like, if this 1 hour window is gonna be enough for people, but again, I don't live in nullsec space, so for me, all these changes are kind of meaningless currently, but they're interesting to see that they're adding stuff like this. Maybe in the future I might live in nullsec again. I have no idea. Equinox blueprint conversion, they're renaming some old and unused blueprints. You know, the navigation claim units and so on, they're renaming to the new blueprint names. I'm not gonna read all of these through. There are in the patch notes. You can check them out later. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What I'm most excited about, to be honest, is this boy, Baba Roga. This beautiful Triglavian Marauder. I think this is gonna be awesome. Hopefully this is gonna be really awesome ship. Because first of all, I'm a huge fan of Triglavian ships, and I also, as you can see, I'm just chilling in my Vargar. I would like to add a new Marauder to my Marauder collections. Baba Roga is gonna be obviously the big Leshek. In the beginning, people are speculating right now, but in the beginning, it's gonna be extremely expensive to get into one. Just FYI. Yesterday, somebody on my live stream mentioned that materials currently are going roughly for 12 billion ISK, which is nuts. This is a lot of materials. I mean, that's a lot of ISK. I'm pretty sure that's not justified right now. But as the launch of any new ship or anything, the prices in the beginning are gonna skyrocket for materials and everything. So just keep that in mind, that now it's probably not the best time to get into one unless you really want one. What is going to be cool about the Baba Roga? Well, first of all, it looks awesome. Other than that, here are the precursor battleship bonuses that are going to be applied. 7.5% to more range. Tracking speed 7.5%. Marauder bonus is going to be 7.5% to armor repair amount. And 20% bonus to maximum damage multiplier bonus. Curious to see what this looks like in terms of DPS numbers and so on. Roll bonus, 100% bonus to remote armor rep range. I'm curious to see in Bastion mode, what is the range of this? Like, just imagine if you can pull apart like 3 Baba Rogas like 50 kilometers away from each other and they can still armor rep them. Bastions, this is going to be crazy. I don't know if this is going to be the case though. But I'm curious to see what is this going to be like. What is the range of the remote armor rep in general? 50% reduced energy neutralizer capacitor need, 50% reduced armor repair, 50% reduced smart bomb capacitor need. So just the regular Marauder stuff that you would expect. 100% bonus to tractor beam range and velocity, 70% reduction to micro jump drive reaction delay. Can fit Bastion modules. Yep. We know that. Blueprint copies of Baba Roga can be obtained by performing inventions of the Leshek BPC. This Leshek BPC, I have plenty of them because I do a lot of abyssals. They do drop in abyssals. I believe you can buy them as well in some trick space NPC stations. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure though. Here are the data cores required for inventing the blueprint. So you will need 32 data core, high energy physics, 32 data core, Triglavian, quantum engineering. I did check some of the prices in JITA, and the JITA prices for these data cores have not skyrocketed yet. Just about regular prices right now, so you can still get these if you need. Basically over here, they already have some screenshot and an awesome video about this beautiful new Marauder. The other new beautiful ship is the new Angel Dreadnought Seraphiel. Looks awesome. I'm pretty sure it will take me personally a lot of time before I would be able to even fly anything like this, or afford anything like this, but this is gonna be awesome just based on all the information that has been already teased about it. Now, this, for instance, Galantia Dreadnought. Here are the bonuses, right? 10% bonus to capital projectile turret fall off. The Minmatar bonus is gonna be 10% bonus to capital projectile turret damage. So Minmatar, Dreadnought, damage, Galante, fall off. Roll bonus can fit a siege module, and I believe this is gonna be the first ship that will be able to jump while in siege mode. MJD, right? This is one of the unique things about this ship. Can move at 10% velocity while in siege mode. It will be probably barely move, but still being able to move is still something that probably is pretty cool. 25% bonus to warp suit and warp acceleration, 25% bonus to capital projectile turret damage, 5x penalty to Entosis link cycle time. Blueprint copies and of the Serratio can be obtained from Malakim Zealot LP store, which can be found in Zarzak or in the Angel Pirate Insurgency FOB. Balance and changes, okay? So balance and changes that are coming in over here in, Pirate Faction Dreadnoughts. Reduce the LP and S cost of the Kaiman and Vehement BPC offers by 50% from 25 billion ISK and 25 million LP to 12.5 billion ISK and 12.5 billion ISK and 12.5 million LP for the Kaiman. Number of fighter tubes increased from 1 to 2, so getting a little bit of a buff. Number of light fire supported increased from 1 to 2. Shield hit points increased to 100 from 150k to 185k. Armor hit points 120 to 107. Fighter capacity increased from 25,000 to 40,000. So the Kaiman is not getting just a price decrease, but also a buff. For those of you who are Dreadnought fans, probably that is good news for you. The Chemosh, new roll bonus added. Capital Energy NOS fitted to this ship ignores target signature resolution. Roll bonus for capital energy turret damage increased from 25% to 37.5%. Armor hit points increased from 169 to 185k. Structure hit points decreased from 169 to 153k. And the Vehement pronunciation, very bad. Roll bonus for capital hybrid turret damage increased from 37% to 50%. Remote repairs added a 10% bonus when hitting all remote armor, shield, and mutadaptive repairs. This is an addition to the cycle time bonus they currently have while heated. This bonus is improved to 15% on Tech 3 cruisers with the offensive support processor subsystem from the heat bonus with level 5 skills. Okay. Oh, Logi, ladies and gentlemen, Logi. First of all, thank you CCP for buffing Logi a little bit. They definitely needed that love a little bit. So, Oneros is going to get a new bonus, which is 15% reduction in armor plate mass penalty per level of logistics. Base velocity is increased from 230 to 245. Agility improved from 0.615x to 0.56. X signature radius reduced from 70 to 65. The Simi, new bonus, 15% reduction in shield extender signature radius penalty per level of logistics. Bazi. The Bazi is getting a new bonus, which is 7.5% bonus to shield hit points gained from shield extenders per level of logistics. Okay. Base speed increased from 192 meters a second to 205. Signature radius reduced from 90 to 70. The Guardian gets a new bonus as well, 7.5% bonus to armor hit points gained from armor plates per level of logistics. Damn, that's gonna be a nasty tanky boy. Look at that. All right, and we have the Zarma is gonna get again a new bonus, 7.5% armor hit points gained from armor plates per level of logistics. Pretty much the Guardian and the Zarma are getting the same bonus, which is making them just more tanky. In addition to getting more power for overheating on remote reps, we're also adding some extra fitting space to the support processor subsystem for Tech 3 cruisers. Legion offensive support processor subsystem plus 75% power grid. Okay, so basically they're just adding power grid to the offensive support systems, which is good stuff. Savior implant set now grants an equal amount of reduced capacitor need for remote repairers alongside the reduced cycle time bonus it already has. Okay. This will mean that saviors will no longer increase the capacitor cost per second needed to sustain the high remote repair throughout put they've provided two subcapital remote repair modules. Okay, they're also talking about some examples and so on. Okay, they're doing some, not only they're redesigning the old, Tech 1 cruisers, which is awesome, by the way. They're giving them a new look, but looks like they're also buffing them a little bit. So the Thorax power grid output improved from 820 to 860, maximum velocity from 240 to 250. We're giving the Thorax a bit more trust and making fitting it feel less tight by improving the power grid output. So it will be easier to fit higher caliber weapons and have an easier time getting in range for blasters. Good stuff. The Rupture. Medium projectile damage bonus per level of Minotaur Cruiser increased from 5% to 10%. Well, look at that. That's like a whooping 25% increase of the DPS from medium projectile damage. That's awesome. Medium projectile rate of fire per bonus of Minotaur Cruiser replaced with 7.5% bonus to medium projectile tracking speed per level. Drone bay and bandwidth improved from 30 meters cubed and 30 megabits per second to 40 and 40 megabits per second. So instead of 3 light drones, you can go 4 light drones. So 1 additional drone maybe. Or 2 medium drones, basically. Is that it? I believe so, right? The Rupture felt too similar to the Stabber and was overshadowed by it in most cases. Despite having 2 damage bonuses, it actually dealt less DPS overall than the Stabber, since the Stabber has a follow bonus and the Stabber also had additional missile hardpoint. So we are slightly reworking the Rupture by replacing the projectile rate of fire bonus with tracking bonus and rolling the rate of fire damage bonus into the direct damage bonus it has. This should make the Rupture a more viable alternative to the Stabber when comparing short-range autocannon pits by giving it tracking advantage when brawling and improves on the existing strength that it had with artillery fits by improving the alpha and giving it tracking bonus. Curious to see how this looks like and what it feels like. Exact Navy damage bonus per level of Galactic Cruiser reduced from 20% to 17.5%. So the Exact Navy is gonna get a slight nerf, ladies and gentlemen. This doesn't see increase. This has reduced. Okay, that's gonna be the new number per level. So they were already doing a lot of DPS with the blasters fits. So yeah, I can see why and where this is going. The Exec Navy issue is still overperforming, and it is still the most used Navy cruiser hull, even after the adjustments in the Revenant. So we're giving a small slap on the wrist now, and we'll continue to monitor it. I like how they say this. Okay. Battle cruisers. Myrmidon Navy issue. Cargo capacity increased from 400 to 560. Bonus to the strength of web drones now also grants a 10% bonus to web drone hit points per level of Galante battle cruiser. Okay. Harbinger Navy issue added a new bonus, 10% reduction to the capacitor cost of medium energy turrets per level of a Mar battle cruiser. Both the Myrmidon and the Harbinger are still being flown much less than all the other Navy combat battle cruisers, Hurricane. Even after a small set of buffs we made to the Revenant, so we're giving them some love too. The Myrmidon Navy issue had a smaller cargo hold than many cruisers, despite having a big focus on activate tanking. So we're giving it room for a lot more cap charges, or whatever else you might like, and adding some more hit points to web drones so they can be killed off so fast. The Harbinger, on the other hand, loses the energy turret cap bonus from the regular Harbinger hull, which can make it a lot more reliant on capacitors. So by bringing the bonus back as an extra third bonus, we're hoping it will be more attractive for both PvE and PvP. Okay. All right. Faction warfare and insurgencies. Reducing the amount of Scorch navigation log items needed to turn in for the Navy scanning upgrade blueprint copy crates from 100 to 10. Quality of life improvements. It's now possible to see how damaged a laser crystal is in your inventory in the tooltip by hovering your mouse cursor over it. That's awesome. Surgical strike. Increase the resistance of energized membranes, armor coatings, armor hardeners, shield hardeners, and shield amplifiers by roughly 11%. This is a full rollback of the surgical strike resistance nerf. Increase the damage Titan Doomday weapons to 2.4 million from 2 million, whatever this means. Hopefully this is going to be more DPS for them. I don't know. Added a new skill book, Advanced Doomsday Operation, which increases the damage of Titan super weapons by 7.5% skill per level. Note this increases damage of single target DDDs. Lance, Reaper, and Bosun, whatever all this means, guys. Like these, like only maybe like the 100 people that ever been in on Titan will be excited about this upgrade. Honestly, I'm just gonna skip this part. So if you're a Titan flyer, good for you. Enjoy yourself. The link, and you probably already know the upgrades that are coming for you. Art. So yeah, they redesigned everything else, and audio upgrades and so on. So basically this was all about the upgrades that is coming over here with Legion. I'm pretty excited. Are you excited about Legion? Let's see what the freelance projects jobs are gonna look like, the rebalances of the cruisers. I'm curious to see the new Marauder. A Dreadnought, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see as well very soon. The people with the big wallets are gonna show off and, you know, probably fly these and bigger battles and stuff. But overall, I do think like Legion seems pretty promising, and it will be a lot of fun to see these new changes. Again, super excited about the map upgrades. Can't wait to see that happen and explore the new map and the new balances. Thanks for watching. I hope this saved you a little bit of a read. See you in the next one.